Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another unboxing. Sorry, move it. We're going to do another unboxing for you for the Mystery Tackle Box Bass Elite on the water series. No, I'm not going to call it a series, but on the water. And today's a little bit different. It's not really sunny out. It's actually overcast and it's misting a little bit too. So if we get interrupted by rain, well, we might get interrupted by rain. So this is the Mystery Tackle Box Bass Elite for the month of August, and I'm just getting to it now because I haven't had a chance to do it. So this is a little bit later in the month, so I apologize. If you guys have already got your boxes, if you guys already fished with them, so I apologize for that. But yeah, we're gonna dig into this one and we're gonna do an unboxing on water, and then the next video, like we did before, we'll do the slam. Let's see if we can complete the slam. I'm on a new body of water. I love going to new bodies of water and checking them out. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, extra challenge with a box of lures, trying to catch a fish on each one of these, and we'll see how it goes. But it's looking pretty good. It's looking setting up the way that I love to fish, and I don't know. We'll see if we can make these work. But that's going to be the next video for the slam for the month of August, Mystery Tackle Box Bass Elite. But for right now, we're going to jump into this unboxing. Now, the first lure out of the box is the it's by Googan Baits, the Googan Squad. It's the Junior Fat Shaddy. This is 4.5 inch. I haven't heard of this one before, and I mean, usually sometimes I used to stay up to date, like the new stuff that Googan Squad comes out, but I haven't been able to lately. Just kind of fallen out of like keeping up with some of the new baits that are coming out, and I need to get back into it because there are some cool stuff coming out right now, and have already come out actually. And this looks pretty cool. It just looks like a smaller version with somewhat of a different body profile of their contender, and it's a double jointed swim bait, little 4.5 inch, and it looks like it's going to get bit. This is slow sinking, but we'll see. I don't know. I kind of like the color. I like the blue on the side. Looks like it's a nice solid bait. We'll find that out. Oh, I'm glad we found this because there's a lot. So here we got, this is a small version. It's the Booyah Toad Runner Junior. This has got a little paddle tail, a couple of paddle tails for feet. No, I'm sorry, it's got one paddle tail, but it's got a spare paddle tail in case you lose one. And then of course it's got the small legs. So with this, it's just going to be like a slow reel, like it's just going to be like almost kind of like a whopper plopper, but not obviously. And you're going to slow reel it, and this tail is going to flop on the top of the water, and it's going to cause a commotion, hopefully drawing in big bites. It is a smaller bait. Doesn't mean it's going to always catch small bass. Big bass will eat small stuff too. Sometimes at certain lakes in certain areas, small frogs are the only ones that are present. Dirt bike guys having some fun over there. We're near an ATV trail, so we're gonna hear a little bit of that, so hopefully that's not too loud. Anyways, and my favorite color, black. And overcast days, obviously black is pretty good for an overcast day too. I love black at any point in time, honestly, either black or that leopard color. Haven't used this before, but we'll try this in the next video, and I'm excited for it, really am. Okay, next bait we got out of the box here is the you know what, let's jump back a little bit. You know, I forgot to mention where I would throw like these swim baits and stuff, and you know, a lot of these swim baits you can throw anywhere. Obviously you throw it within weeds, you're gonna get hung up because there's treble hooks on it, but I am going to throw this just about anywhere because it's bait fish, right? Your bait fish swim everywhere, so this is a good bait to throw just about anywhere. Since it's slow sinking, this is probably, for me, I'm probably only going to be throwing this shallow. I don't typically throw these kinds of swim baits out deep, so I'll probably stick shallow, maybe weed lines, weed edges, docks maybe. I don't throw these a lot around docks. I have, and I've gotten a couple of bites, but I don't do it as often as I should. And the frog, well, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say about the frog. I mean, it's weedless. I mean, throw it anywhere. I mean, honestly, throw it everywhere. That's where I would throw it, everywhere. I mean, except for like over on top of the water, over like 30 feet of water, unless they're schooling up near the surface. Okay, now the next bait. We got the Swimbaits color changing baits. I've had these before, but I've never used them, and I don't know. They look pretty cool. So this color looks like kind of like a California craw color, which is pretty much like a watermelon red, just like a darker green pumpkin type color, darker green. It's not green pumpkin though, but these are supposed to change colors in the water. So this one's supposed to change into kind of like a reddish color. So maybe I could see this more like in like when you're throwing it in, like say spring and fall, where the water's cooling off and maybe the crawfish are changing colors. I would throw this on a Texas rig. A Texas rig, you can throw it on a jig too as a trailer. That'd work out pretty good. But my main throw for this would probably be a Texas rig. And you can swim it, you can drag it. Both are great options. Around docks too. Docks would be a great option for that. All right, next we got is the ducket fishing. It's the BD Subtle Tail 4.5. So there's the Subtle Tail 4.5, and it just looks like a swim bait, and it's got ribs on it. It's got a paddle tail. But back at the paddle tail, it's pretty thin here, so that tail is going to kick more and provide more action. The swim bait looks like it's pretty stout. I mean, it's not stout, but it looks like it's got a pretty good body on it, so it's going to hold, you know, pretty much all your Texas rig style baits. Not baits, sorry. It's going to be, it will hold a Texas style rig. I mean, so you can throw weightless, and with I don't know, I'd probably throw a 4/0 EWG or a 4/0 Googan heavy hammer hook, something like that, or any kind of a hybrid hook between a worm hook and an EWG. It doesn't have to be Googan, but that's just the ones I use. The swim bait looks like it's going to swim really well. I mean, I've never used these before, but we'll try it tomorrow. And another way to use these is put I don't know, probably 3/16, between an 1/8 to a 1/4 ounce weight on the nose, and just slowly swim it. That's another way that I like to do it. Use them too, and you can put them on an underspin, which an underspin might be the way that I might go, just because in some of the lakes that I'm in here, I kind of like the underspin. I like a little bit of flash, especially with overcast. Love that little extra flash. So the color Tennessee Shad Special. That's I don't know. Well, the Tennessee Shad color is it looks like a pretty good color. That's going to work just about anywhere. Looks like you can match a bunch of different types of bait fish. If you're going to look to match the hatch, a lot of lakes that I fish in, and sometimes I'm not even matching the hatch and they crush it. So play around with it. Sometimes you got to match the hatch, sometimes you don't. Every day is different. So check it out, or mess around with the colors and stuff. But this looks like it's gonna do pretty good. We'll find out in the next video. Okay, next one is the Lucky Strike Square Bill, and this one happens to be trying to find a color here for you. This is the LES Square Bill, Jimmy Houston Outdoors. This is more of like a translucent color. I don't know. This is generic. I don't know if that's the color or not. That might be. But anyways, this is the what series is this? Well, I don't know. This looks like a 2-inch. So this is going to be a 2 to 4 foot diver, square bill diver. You can run this into the weeds if you want. It's going to get hung up a little bit. Just reel it slow. If it starts getting hung up, just apply pressure and go from there. And you know, sometimes it'll just come right out. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes you're gonna have to rip it out. But that's sometimes where I've gotten struck. Translucent color is a really good bait for clear water, super clear water, super pressured fish. If they're not willing to bite anything like your solid whites or your bright colors or anything like that, this will typically get a couple more bites. So we'll try that out again tomorrow, or not again, we'll try that out tomorrow. So my last video, looks like I got water there. My last video, not water, raindrops, I had some hooks. I didn't use those hooks in that last slam. Sorry about that. But they fell through the cracks. They literally fell through the crack down in the cooler of the boat, and I didn't get a chance to use it. But we will use these. We will use these. I will put. I will use the. We'll figure it out. But we will use these. These are the Shearpoint hooks, the 3/0 hooks. This is an EWG, but what's cool about these is it's got a little pocket in this hook down here. So they call it the V grip. That's a cool little deal that they got there. I've used these before. It's a lighter wire hook, so we're going to want to be careful with the drag. So I'm not going to want to put this on a super heavy rod where I'm going to be yanking it right through the weeds. We are going to throw it in the weeds a little bit, but we're not going to be like deep in the weeds, dragging and, you know, just ripping out pad stems. Okay, that's not where these hooks excel. They are sharp point, so you really don't have to set the hook like King Kong. You still do want to set the hook on them. You know, make sure you get a good hook set, because you do want to make sure you get that hook point, you know, buried in underneath the skin in their mouth. So I've used them before. They're good sharp hooks. They do work pretty good. So figure those out tomorrow. And we got a 3/8 ounce. Next is the 3/8 ounce diesel jig, football jig. And this is the Okeechobee Craw. It's got a 4/0 hook on it, and this is, you know, I love jigs. I love jigs. Okeechobee Craw color is a pretty good color for if you're just trying to get out there and get some bites and to see what they're doing. So, I mean, jig. I'm gonna throw this jig anywhere, as you guys know, like my previous videos. I'll throw it in the weeds, docks, rocks. Football head is pretty good around the rocks because it kind of bounces off and deflects. Just don't get it wedged down in there, because then it will probably get stuck, just like everything else. But if you're skimming over the top, it works out pretty good. But I love throwing the jigs around anything weed cover, and I'll swim them in open water too. But I'm going to swim them in open cover. I'm going to use, or open water, sorry, in open water. I'm going to swim them in open water. I'm going to use a swim jig, an actual swim jig, and then I'm going to probably not have a weed guard on it. So these are pretty much for me around weeds and docks, anything that's going to be really heavy cover. Looks like a nice solid jig. We'll find out tomorrow. And the last bait in the box is by Weston. It's the 4-inch Cree Craw. It's actually in glow white. That's kind of cool. They got they said optional ways to rig. There's more than one ways to rig a craw, right? It's like there's more than one ways to skin a cat. Here they offer the EWG hook, so a Texas rig style, or, you know, in a jig head. They say it works really good like that too. But I mean, it could still work on here, or, you know, we could throw it on this Texas rig too, which that is what we might do, just because I see this better on a Texas rig. I don't like white. I don't like white with, you know, I don't like those two colors together. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. But this looks like a pretty good crawl. It looks like a really good jig trailer, to be honest with you. It really does. This has got a really thick body, and but the reason why I really want it for Texas rig is because these legs kick. These be really good kicking legs, so they move water, and I really like that for Texas rigs sometimes, to get that extra little bite, enticing them to bite, and sometimes it's just all it takes. Cool, yeah, I like that. And then, of course, you know, as always, you get your dibble, and then I don't know what this is. It's a card, maximum happy dance. So I think that's supposed to be what's. Oh, this is a QR code to scan to learn more about your products. Then get an awesome looking decal here. I love this decal. Hookin' Hogs. That's catchy. Tongue twister too. Hookin' Hogs. Nice. Love it. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this video here. We're this mystery tackle box Bass Elite unboxing for the month of August. The next video, we're gonna be fishing with these. We're gonna try and complete the slam. Like I said in the other one, I know guys have done this probably thousands of times, probably way more than that already. And that's great. That's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen some of their videos. Looks awesome. Looks fun. I'm just doing it because the last one was pretty fun for me, and I want to continue doing it because I'm having fun doing it. So if you guys really do enjoy that, videos like those, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. When you see that video is coming out next. Also do the same thing for this video if you guys do like these unboxing videos done on the water. I know the change of scenery is just nice. It's nicer than just in the garage sitting there, because honestly over the winter we're gonna be doing some more of that. Because over the winter, I mean, other than going ice fishing, if we do, we'll get into that, a whole other thing. Anyways, thanks for sticking around for this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you in the next video.